to our love, to our beloved school administrators, respected faculty members, proud parents and families, honored guests, and most importantly, my fellow graduates, good day. I don't know how to start this because it feels so surreal being a summa cum laude and at the same time delivering this speech. The last time I had a valedictory speech was when I graduated in elementary. Who would have thought that a provinciana girl like me would reach her dreams beyond her expectations? I am a girl who was born and raised in the small city of Canlaon. I am the eldest daughter among 5 siblings. Would you believe that kapanaghaw lang kami before and kapag ag-ag pa kami makaon? Sorry. So, I was selling fruits and vegetables sa elementary para kami balot.
Here's a tissue for you.
Sorry guys, ang bago hindi ko mag-ibi. Pero I went to school during elementary, walking kilometers back and forth since transportation was a bit expensive for us. After elementary, I was uncertain. Though I graduated as a valedictorian, I have doubts if I can go to high school due to lack of financial resources. But there are people God sent to help us. My mom became a member of 4Ps. And with the help of the government, me and my siblings went to school. My academic journey failed during junior high school, but I went back on track during my senior high school. I graduated as top 1 in my academic track, despite the challenges we faced, and we fell short because of financial problems. 6 years ago, I went to Bacolod to find a job, summer job, to help my papa sustain the needs of my family. I told mama that I won't go to college since we can't afford it. I'll just find a job and help them support my siblings' education. So I stopped schooling. I lost hope of being able to reach college. I already accepted my fate. But then there are people who are willing to help me. They offered me to stay in their house, help clean it, tutor their child, and do some household chores in exchange of my education. So in short, I became a katulong, ayaya sila bata, and now I'm here. So during my 3rd year, actually second semester of my 3rd year, I went back to my papa because hindi ko na kaya ang manage ang ako niya time. So, yeah, I applied as a student assistant. And the allowance I received every month helped me a lot. Since then, I have been going out of my comfort zone. I have explored a lot of things within the college and joined organizations for experience and knowledge. This year, during my 4th year journey, I became the first ever Cebuana governor. I told myself that it is such a big responsibility for me. And I didn't know if I could still maintain my academics because of the hectic schedules that organizations have for every event. But as an achiever student ever since, I have always done my best to balance both academics and my responsibilities outside of it. I was not expecting anything. I already told my parents na kaka-pressure na ko wala ko kabalo kung ma-maintain ko pa nga akong grado. But they always told me, medals or awards are not important. Ang importante, makagraduate ka. And I hold on to that. But then, people around me are expecting something from me. So I did my very best not to disappoint them, especially those people who helped me reach this far. To my parents, thank you so much for the unconditional love and support that you have given to me. Even though sometimes I know that you are very worried about me because I neglected my health just to finish all my responsibilities in school. To Papa, permina siya kapangaki kaya always sleep at 3 a.m. and beyond just to finish everything. To Mama, kung pwede lang lupadon niya ang kanlaon to Bacolod. Kay permi ko gareklamo nga daw mapatay na ko because of constant migraines and some of my health issues. I appreciate it so much. The late night calls I made to them while I was crying due to the pressure and exhaustion that I have felt were all worth it. Thanks, Ma and Pa, for always understanding me and telling me how proud you are of me. To my siblings, thank you for always cheering me on and for being there for me. To Doc Maricar, you're the one who saw my potential first. You are the reason why I am here today. I can still remember during my second year, you trusted me with such a big role and invited me to become your student assistant. I am grateful enough for that. It opens a lot of opportunities for me. From being an introvert student to becoming a social butterfly who learns beyond borders. You are not just a mentor and an instructor. You became my mother because even outside school, if I have problems, especially during those typhoons that I've lost contact with my family, and me and my sister lang nabilin sa Bacolod and the rest is sa Canlaon. Thank you, Miss and Sir Jeff, because you were there to deliver me groceries. Thank you so much for everything. To Sir Rasmia, you became a father to me. Thanks for always reminding me that I'm also a student like my classmates. Those constant reminders that I am not just an officer. I am also a student who has academics that needs to focus on. I will not forget what you told me last year. Dai, maintain your grades. You have a lot of potential. I know you will achieve what you have dreamed of. Basta focus lang gid sa klase. And now, here I am. Thank you, sir. All of us entrepreneurship students are thankful that you are our program head. With your help, we reached these milestones of us. To our dean, Doc Cuenca. Doc, I made it. I was just a third-year student when you told me that I needed to become number one in everything. It may be in competitions or in academics. You were the one who was pressuring me to reach my full potential. Before, I was crying because how could I not disappoint you when you're expecting a lot from me? I asked myself if I was worthy of the trust that you've put in me. And here I am now, Grateful for all the things that you've done for me to reach where I am now. I know you are the number one who supported me in everything, and were very proud of me, knowing I was the one who delivered this speech during our graduation. Doc, this is also for you. Thank you for always having my back. Ciboa is very thankful that you are our dean. To my instructors and mentors, teachers, thank you for always believing in me and for shaping me to become who I am today. Grateful for all the lessons that you've taught us along the way. It may be based on textbooks or experience. I've learned a lot. I will leave this institution with a grateful heart because of you. I will carry with me the lessons that you wanted us to carry as we will have our journey after graduation. To my criminology squad, this is it. We finally made it. Natasha, Nat, thanks for always saying yes to me ever since. When I say Nat Obdico, join the org. Since our second year up to last year, gahuo ka Japon, bisan gahambal ka nga hindi ko kaya, Wims. You were there as my rant buddy. It may be my chika, happening sa life, or about my happy crushes. Christine, my hin-hin friend, thank you for always staying beside me since first year until now. And Riza, you are the best. One of the reasons why our thesis succeeded. Those times that I've been busy with my obligations and responsibilities, you continued doing it. All of our tears, sleepless nights, and sacrifices are all worth it. Cheers to these milestones for us. To my council, Jana Wayne, Divine, Clarissa, Nicole, and Ara, thank you for serving with me, for the trust that you've given me in leading you, and for all the memories we've created in the council. We are not just student leaders who serve, but we are friends who make meaningful memories that will be treasured and cherished. Jana Wayne and Divine, may you continue to serve with passion and genuine service to our fellow students. I may not be there anymore, but I know that my legacy will be carried on by you. To my org mates, sa SG, JPES, CKI, USU, and TIC, thank you for those meaningful experiences and lessons that I have learned with you. Those friendships that we've built together will surely be cherished by me. Kim, Kent Jan, special mention, thanks for the times na ginaupdan nyo ko walk from BCC to Libertad late at night if wala na jeep. Proud of what you've become. To the non-academic staff, Sir Adnan, our Director of Student Affairs and Services, Ms. Apawan, our SG Advisor, thank you so much for always being there for us students, for helping us and guiding us onto the right path. To Ms. Ray and Ms. Eliza, our guidance staff, thank you for your assistance always. To the registrar staff, thank you for your dedication and commitment for us students and for the institution. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to Bacolod City College for allowing us to pursue a quality education that is accessible to all. For many of us, this institution became the bridge between our dreams and reality. Through its commitment to providing free and quality education, countless students were given the chance to learn, grow, and build a better future. We are deeply grateful for the doors it opened and the lives it continues to transform. To my fellow graduates, congratulations to all of us. Through my journey as a student leader, I have witnessed not only your success, but also your struggles. I have seen students rushing to school after long hours of work just to support themselves and their families. I have seen students who carried responsibilities far beyond their years, balancing academic with the realities of life. I have seen those who were delayed, who watched their former classmates march ahead while they remained behind, questioning themselves yet choosing to continue despite the uncertainty. And today, I want you to know that this celebration is for you too. Because this speech is not only for those graduating with honors. This is for those who survived, for the students who almost gave up, for the parents who sacrificed everything so their children could sit here today, for everyone who wondered if they could ever make it. And now, here we are. Many people see success through awards and recognition, but I have learned that some victories cannot be measured by medals. Sometimes, success is simply refusing to give up. To those who came from humble beginnings, who struggled financially, who doubted themselves because life seemed unfair, always remember this. Poverty is not a hindrance to success. It may challenge us, but it will never define us. Today, we are living proof that dreams are stronger than circumstances. So my fellow graduates, as we walk across this stage, let us do so with pride, not because our journey was easy, but because despite everything, we choose to keep going. And if there is one thing I hope we remember long after this day, it is this. You do not have to be the fastest. You do not have to be the best. You only have to be brave enough to continue. Congratulations, class of 2026. Against all odds, we made it. And this victory belongs to all of us. Above all, thank you, God, for everything. Thank you for sustaining me throughout this journey, for giving me strength during difficult times, wisdom in moments of uncertainty, and courage to keep going. None of this would have been possible without your grace. To God be the glory.